Today I'm going to speak about the topic of being successful. The secret of being successful is very straight and simple. It's very straight and simple. Why I say it is very straight and simple is once most people are being helped, once you identify a problem within a society, a group of people, a large number of people who are facing a problem which they cannot solve, and you provide a solution, then they are going to be immensely benefited. And once they are benefited, they will either spend the money to get your solution, or you will have a wide network of people where you can give other services to. So most importantly, your focus should be of service before profit, or purpose before profit. The purpose of God, the purpose of us living on earth is that God has given us a lot of free gifts. If you really see, the universal energies have given us everything that we need as of now to survive. It has given us a brain, it has given us the cells in our body to work, it has given us free air, free water. All these are blessings which you should understand. Now, just because it is free and which keeps you alive, you do not give value to it. But that's the most essential part which keeps you alive. If there was no air, there was no oxygen, no one can survive for more than 5 minutes. Without water, you cannot survive for even 2 or 3 days. So these are basic things which the universe has given it to you for free. The energies, the sun, the moon, stars, which I have mentioned before, the gravitational force which keeps you on earth. These are all things which you should be grateful for. But most importantly, you should translate that into your business. The universe has given you all these free things, and you should give back in return, to sustain the universe, to love the earth for what it has given you for. Instead of that, you're trying to profit by spoiling the very oxygen that you're breathing, which should not be the case. So the secret to being successful is very simple. Find something which a group of people, a society, a nation has deficiency in, which is grappling for a solution. Now, WhatsApp was created. I'm not saying everyone should become a WhatsApp businessman, but it was created out of a need of people to network and communicate and send information as fast as possible. And then, as of now, also WhatsApp is not making as much profit as I understand. But it is because of the huge network of people that it is successful. It has enormous value. It's one of the most valuable companies on earth. So once you identify a problem and solve the problem of people, you are going in for service before profit, or purpose before profit. And purpose before profit is the most important part of any kind of business. It's the most important secret of any business, The problem today is that you find a lot of advertisement, you find television programs, you find audio programs, all promoting you to go back of money. And that is one of the worst things you can ever do to get money. If you really want to earn money, you need to solve a problem. You need to put purpose before profit. And it is one of the most foolish things to run behind money, because once you're running behind money, your purpose is lost. And then money runs away from you. Even if you get money, it will go away from you as fast as possible. That's what happens to criminals. That's what happens to mafias, They are behind money and money takes control over them. Which means that money is the worst kind of master. You cannot put cash as a master because once you put that, the money takes control and destroys you, and even future it doesn't survive, It's based on taking from someone else because it's the fastest way to earn, which most movies, most television programs, it goes back to the caveman's mind, where to getting food fast. So as of now, we know that creativity is the best solution. And God has given us the spirit of creativity, which is one in a resemblance to the creation of God, to the creation of universe. And you create new businesses which sustain the earth and flourish the earth, as well as serve humanity. So the fastest way of making money or gaining wealth is through health, wealth, and spiritual well-being. Once you get into a business where you also help people, you're also going to be healthy, because you're giving a kind of vibration into the universe by you're making people healthy. You yourself get healthy. You attain wealth because you're solving a very important need within the people, and also you're a part of the spiritual force which sustains life on earth. When we talk about businesses which sustain life on earth, it also means that you will have to fight against forces which, brings the universe to downfall, or any kind of enormous negative carnal energies, which is also a part of the human system, So as I said before, any kind of nation, the strongest of nations on earth are the most powerful in terms of military, so you should have your defenses. Any kind of negative force, any kind of evil force which is working against the spirit of the universe, which is working against the energy which sustains the universe. Once it affects you, that energy should know that you are one of the most powerful forces on earth. Just like the United States, which has the largest number of weapons, or whatever you call it, but still it is one of the most peaceful countries by itself, if you really see. And you see some of the most powerful nations on earth, they do not fight wars unnecessarily, but if someone comes into their territory, they are kind of taught the worst kind of lesson. So that's very important to have your own defenses, especially when you're working for the replenishment of the earth. When you're working for the replenishment of the earth, there are also forces which are working to diminish the earth, and destroy all kinds of life forms within the earth, and destroy the future of your children. So that kind of force needs to be countered. So you should have all the defenses which you require, to counter such forces, and make yourself successful, and make your business successful, and also provide a future for the future generations of the planet. No, the dark force, or whatever you call it, is based on complete foolish mindset, It's based on a complete foolish mindset of grabbing for themselves and destroying for their future, It's about grabbing everything that they can for now and trying to enjoy it, and destroying the future of the universe, which is the most foolish thing to do, for themselves. Because when you grab something for yourself without any consideration, you yourself are destroying your life for the future. If you look into, as I said, any kind of criminal backgrounds and mafias and so, their empires do not last for a long time, because they got into their mindset of grabbing, instead of getting into a mindset of creativity. And if you meet someone who's in that line also, we should be able to guide them into the right mindset of creativity, so that they can make a change towards prosperity for a lifetime. As I said before, the caveman's mindset doesn't gel with today's mindset. Today it's a mindset of creative. You know that you're created in the image of God. The caveman's mindset was try to get food as soon as possible. It does not gel with today's advancements, So it is one of the most foolish things to cling on to the belief that taking from someone else is the ultimate aim, or trying to think that everything on earth is limited. Once you have the spirit of creativity, there are unlimited creative forces which help you create things. As you know, the universe is boundless. There are millions of stars, millions of planet Earths. And within Earth itself, there is enormous resources. And within the structure of the Earth, there are enormous resources. Within our planetary system, there are enormous resources. Within us, there are enormous resources. Now, once you negate that and go back to the caveman mentality, you're the most foolish person on earth. So let's get into the spirit of creativity. Anything which promotes this, the feeling that you are limited and that you cannot, and everything on earth is limited, and all the resources on earth are limited. It is limited to some extent on certain resources, but there are enormous opportunities in different means. If there is no oil today, there is also a substitute for it, in terms of electricity, in terms of hydrogen. So there are new inventions, on certain limited resources. So let's not focus on limitation, and let's not focus on the most foolish mindset being promoted as of now, which is the mindset of the caveman's age. It's been promoted in movies, it's been promoted because it gels with our mindset. Our minds are, as I said before, nearly 50,000 years old, or much more than 50,000 years in terms of evolution. The greatest advancements have just come in the past 1,000 years or 100 years, which is the most advanced stages. But still, our minds are still in 100,000. So let's not get back and let's recognize that our minds are still evolving. And let's get into the spirit of creativity and create a better future for the universe, for ourselves, for society, and for you, yourself, as your family, and the future generations of this earth we live in.